There is an element of, I think about my own life, and I feel like I've had a great life and a great career, despite if someone heard the earlier parts of my story, might think of it as a, someone who maybe shouldn't be where I'm at today. I find a ton of joy in working and building things, especially now in this age of AI. Like, it's the most fun I've had in my entire career. And I could do that 16 hours a day, but I also put a lot of value into my friendships. The correlation to motorcycle riding and business I've learned is around like independence and purpose. And like, I just want to live a free life.
Super simple. Who are you? What do you do? And why the hell do you do it?
Cool. I'm Ryan Durkin. What I do is I work at Whoop, obviously, and right now I focus on the Mass AI Coalition and community efforts in AI. So previously, last year, I focused on helping employees internally leverage AI tools, just kind of adopt tools and get good at them. And then over the past several months, we turned this coalition into a thing, which is really about just helping the state lead in AI. And so now my time is very much spent there. And I mean, what that looks like in practice, I could give you the whole pitch, but it's, we've got 3 goals. The first goal is helping more founders start companies in the state and stay here instead of leaving for the Valley or New York or anywhere else, Texas. The second is to help companies scale here. So this is like Whoop. And how can we help Whoop get to an eventual IPO? There's many companies in the Commonwealth that need to retrain their workforce and improve their talent or get more capital for growth or compute. So it's a lot around that. And then the third is enticing more companies to move here, whether they set up satellite offices like Anthropic and Lovable were 2 that just recently came out in the news that we saw, or companies over in the Middle East or Europe or Asia or wherever. So that's where my focus is and why I do what I do. I think from the perspective of the company Whoop, personal side of it is like my dad passed away from cancer when I was 5 years old. And I like being at a company that is trying to improve the health span of its customers and just the overall health of humans. Like, to me, that's a really admirable, mission-driven culture that we have that resonates with me. And it's something that when I wake up in the morning, I feel proud of. Before this, I worked at Drizzly selling alcohol, which was, a great, fun experience. But it's not like we were, trying to extend life or have people live longer, healthier lives. Yeah, celebrating moments, but this one's just way more intimate for me. And so that's why Whoop. And then why the coalition? Like, I grew up here. I grew up in Andover, 30 minutes away from here. I went to UMass, so I've been in the state my entire life. I started a company coming out of school, moved to Boston. I lived in New York for about a year and a half, but other than that, I've been here. So it's like the cause is really important to me, especially now that I have a son. Like my first kid being a month old, like, and also the kind of, in my brain, I'm also always remembering that I did not have a dad growing up. I had great role models. I had a great stepdad. I had other positive male role models in my life. But for me right now, I'm kind of like, okay, I've had a great life and want to continue to have that, but I also want to do something that's impactful for my kid. And I think we have an opportunity right now in Massachusetts to just step up and lead and get more aggressive in how we compete as a state. So that's like pretty consistently on my mind.
Right on. So Ryan, what is your best kept secret?
My best kept secret would have to do with motorcycle riding. I've been riding for the past, I was 17 when I got my license, so 23 years ago. I'm 40 now. I just celebrated my 40th birthday last week.
Congrats.
And we have amazing motorcycle riding in Massachusetts and obviously all throughout New England, but the Essex Coastal Byway, I think it's called, which we'll take a spin on in a little bit, is a beautiful road that goes, all the way down, basically down to Boston and through Salem and Beverly and Rockport and Gloucester and the whole 9 yards. So we've got great riding. I've ridden all around the country. I've done a 6-month road trip out west and back.
Wow.
I've done a 30-day trip down to Florida and back. And we have some beautiful riding. And it's my favorite thing to do outside of work and being with my family. So that's my best kept secret. And I encourage more people to try it because it's the most relaxing thing on earth. I did a jiu-jitsu class a couple times and it was very similar to that, where the only thing I think about when I'm on the bike is being on the bike. You know, like the jiu-jitsu class was the same thing. It's like I wasn't stressing about work or stressing about this or that. I was like very locked in on doing jiu-jitsu, and I think that that's the same type of experience I get while riding my bike, especially because most of the places I'll go to are really beautiful, and so it's just like very scenic, nice places to ride in.
Right,
Yeah,
I love
it allows me to disconnect truly,
Yeah.
rather than leaning on like pure meditation or other things like that.
I got a bee. Oh my God. Sorry. We had like a swarm of bees up here earlier while I was chilling.
Got it.
Makes me a little nervous, but that's okay.
Okay,
Sorry.
that's okay. Do you want to move?
No,
Are you allergic?
I just,
You hate them like I do.
I just don't
Yeah.
appreciate. Yeah, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay, we're good. I think we're gone.
I hate bees as well, so
Yeah.
you're in good company.
All right, this is part of the blooper
Yeah.
scene. Matrix. Okay. All right, I think that's a sign that we should get some coffee and
Okay.
hit the road.
Okay.
Yes?
Sounds good. Sounds good. Let's do it.
Sweet.
Downtown Newburyport.
I love this. This
My
is
mom
beautiful.
grew up in Amesbury, which is like 15 minutes from here. Maybe not
Oh.
even.
Well,
So-
when we were prepping for this shoot, one line that really stuck out with me was, I shouldn't have made it. Like didn't have the quintessential like Ivy League. I went to UMass, and my mom was a single mom. You mentioned that
Yeah.
to me. Like, why did you feel comfortable, or maybe not, to be vulnerable with me, and we had just met?
I mean, I'm a pretty open book. I feel like most people who know me, I just kind of speak what's on my mind.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably that reason. But yeah, I mean, thinking about growing up, like I was raised by a single mom. I had a great stepdad in the picture too a bit later, but it really was like my mom raising the three of us, my older sister and my younger brother. And I don't know, in Boston, there's a lot of emphasis around what university did you go to, and status, and what companies have you worked at, and all of that. And there is an element of, I think about my own life, and I feel like I've had a great life and a great career, despite if someone heard the earlier parts of my story, might think of it as someone who maybe shouldn't be where I'm at today. And I'm really proud of where I'm at today in my career.
I love that.
So, and yeah, I went to UMass State School. I was a public school guy. My mom was a second grade teacher's aide growing up, and everything with this coalition now, it's not just about Harvard and MIT. It's about, all of the dozens and dozens of university students that have now either in school or in great parts of their career out in different companies. So
Right.
I want to make this for everybody. Like,
I
this
love
is for
that.
the average citizen. It's not just for the tech elite or the, people who went to some famous school.
Right. So, who's the Ryan when the helmet comes off?
When the helmet comes off, I feel like I'm a Gemini. I'm a May baby. And so I'd
Same,
say,
man. My birthday's on Thursday. Our
okay,
Friday.
yeah. And so, I don't know. When I hear about what Geminis represent, I'd say I probably am that. I'm every part intense and every part laughing and having a good time and
Yeah.
kind of barbell to everything in life. So
Yeah.
I think, yes, I do love to work. I find a ton of joy in working and
Yeah.
building things, especially now. in this age of AI. Like, it's the most fun I've had in my entire career. And I could do that 16 hours a day, but I also put a lot of value into my friendships. And I'm someone who just enjoys hanging out with friends and connecting people together and making sure that, I don't know, people are getting what they want out of life. And I get a lot of joy in that. So
That's inspiring.
I think that that's like my ideal job would be helping other people build their businesses.
Yeah.
And
Grab a bench here.
yeah, let's do it.
This is pretty cool. Appreciate it. This is awesome. Awesome square over here. This right here is like, I feel like I'm on a movie set.
I mean, this is pretty
Right?
quintessential New England right here.
Look at this
Yeah.
angle right here. You guys got to get this angle. Look at this angle
Yeah,
right here.
yeah.
It's so, it's so cool.
I feel like Newburyport on the coast and Rockport's unbelievable. Got a kind of similar vibe, but very smaller in Rockport.
yeah,
And then all the way out to like Lexington and Concord, you'll get that different history vibe.
so
but
cool.
yeah, it's pretty neat.
Italian food right here.
Yep.
This little lamp. This is so cool.
Yeah.
You know, you mentioned you're building your own business. You've got a lot of cool things coming up with the AI Coalition. Who's kind of been a mentor for you in helping you build your business, but also paying it forward to other entrepreneurs?
Yeah, good question. I think growing up, I had a lot of mentors from growing up on the golf course. So that was something where I had between my stepdad running his own headstone company to Mr. Carlano, who was a kind of father figure to me, running his own ticketing agency growing up. I was always hanging out with the business owners and the people who had their own shops.
Right.
You flash forward to today, I work at Whoop today, and probably 6 months ago, Will Ahmed, our CEO and founder, me and him were talking about, what could be the bigger impact that we could have as Whoop in the community. And there was a real gap at the time in Boston for a company to kind of step up and say, we're going to dedicate significant time and energy to helping everybody win in AI, whether you were Whoop or Suno or, at Lilo Sciences, all the other companies in town, 7AI. And we just said we're going to dedicate time and energy to this. And he was the one that encouraged me to go after it. And so now it's pretty much my full-time job now, which is awesome. I mean, what other company could you say is paying someone to go out and really try to help lean in on the whole community rather just their insular company? So Will's been a huge champion of mine, and I'm a huge champion of his in return.
What's one insight you'd pass forward to other entrepreneurs, not just in Boston, but who are listening in and watching, to be successful and remain resilient in this really interesting time? Right?
I think a lot of people in tech, they're always trying to control the outcome like as much as humanly possible. It's a lot of type A personality people, and you're always trying to do the right thing to get the company to the next level. We control the 20%, not the 80%. I think that's the lasting thing in my head. It doesn't mean don't do great work. It means do as great work as you possibly can, but I think humans always think that we control the 80 and the universe controls the 20. And I've just learned, been through enough companies now, that I feel that's quite the opposite. There's market forces, there's competitive dynamics with other competitors in the space, there's key figures that join your team or leave your team. There's like so much outside of your control. And the lesson I remind myself is just do your best work, but don't get so emotionally attached to the business that if it doesn't do well, it's going to bring you way down. And from that, the other quip in my brain is always like, it's never as good or as bad as it seems.
It's only 3 feet of water. I learned that from a lot of CISOs in this space.
Yeah.
It's only 3 feet of water. Just take a breath. It'll be okay.
Totally. And so I see a lot of people sometimes stress out about work, and I remind myself, like, they're in a valley, but it's never as bad as it seems. And likewise, if someone's riding high, I keep myself always in check to remind myself, like, you might be riding high now, but that's
riding fast at 150 miles
or
per
riding
hour.
fast, but that eventually dips as well. So yeah, just trying to stay even keeled and less emotional in business. Keep the emotion to the family, and the friends.
Amen.
So
Love that. Well, let's go ride.
okay,
Let's do some riding.
Yeah, cool.
Check out New England. I love this. This is awesome. Cool.
Let's do it.
We're back to UMass. So, what'd you study?
I studied finance and then building materials and wood technology.
Oh, wow. We are in Bob Lobster. At Bob Lobster. It's my first time having a lobster roll. I've never had one.
I'm personally excited for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we, like I said, I keep joking with people. Lunch is on me, but this time, lunch is on
I
me
got it.
because it's
I got
lobster.
it. I got
There
it.
you go. Okay. Cool. Let's go. Okay. We're rolling. Okay. All right. So, what? First lobster roll.
Okay.
What's the deal here? Tell me about the New England.
All the frames up here. It's because we've won Best Lobster Roll basically every year. It's pretty big here. So these are all our lobster rolls. I always recommend a classic for someone who's never had one because you don't want to get too crazy for your first one. But we also have like a lobster roll with fried avocado, a spicy one with fried banana peppers and
Toronto.
aioli. If you really want the big New England experience, we have the fat lobster roll, which is a lobster roll with coleslaw and then fried clams and onion rings on top of it.
I think I'll go classic. if
Yeah,
I'm here.
that's a good
classic.
choice. Yeah.
I'll get a classic as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they come with chips or coleslaw, or you can upgrade to fries, onion rings, or sweet potato fries.
I'll get fries.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll get full. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you guys are all set.
Okay. All right. Amazing. Let's go. This is fantastic. I love this.
This here.
Yeah, let's chat as we wait for our food.
Cheers.
Happy Lobster Day.
Mm-hmm.
We lucked out with the weather. Beautiful. Oh, I love those glasses.
I always wear red sunglasses.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why do you
Been-
always wear red sunglasses? What is?
I don't know. I've been doing it for like 15 years, 20 years. Yeah. I don't know. I like them.
like
They're a little
them?
different, you know? And they're cheap and they're on Amazon. They're like $15. And so
Yeah, there
I
you
lose them
go.
all the time.
I
got
get-
like 10 pairs of them.
I get a lot of my glasses at Target. $10.
Yep.
Like knockoff Wayfarers or
Yeah.
something like that. But these ones.
Those are nice.
So, yeah,
I
these
like
ones
those.
I
I've got
invested
a
a
couple
little
nice
bit.
pairs. Yeah.
So, you said different, right? What does it take to stand out, especially now with AI taking over the world?
Well, I think it shifted from like, what's your resume or where'd you go to school and all of that to what have you built? That's
Yeah.
like the key differentiator. So I keep telling everyone, I'm like, in the same way a designer might have a portfolio of all their design work. Like my younger brother's a product designer. He's got all his stuff that he's designed over the past 10 years. And it's not just for design anymore. Like everyone needs to have their own AI portfolio of work and things that they've built. And whether it's consumer stuff or internal tools or applications, like showing off something that you built and showing that you're a builder, I think is like numero uno today.
Yeah.
To the point now where I've seen companies interviewing where they'll literally just ask you for your AI portfolio, and if you say you don't have one, you just don't make the cut. So
Dang.
it shifted quick. Like 6 months ago, even I would say, if you had a resume, that was like the starting point, but now it's almost secondary.
Yeah.
Especially for consumer tech companies, where you can produce things that are highly visible
Sure.
and visual.
Yeah.
So I think that's a key piece now. And showing that you can experiment and that you're willing to take risk and just get out there and try. That's a huge thing.
You're making my brain cogs turn because I'm thinking about, how's my kid going to keep up
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
shape her professional career, but also her passions
Yep.
as AI takes over and there's this huge shift. Like, what is she going to have to focus on versus the traditional way we grew up, right? We're not far in age difference, right?
Slow day.
Oh,
Nice.
thank you so much.
guys.
Oh, my
Yeah,
word.
there
Thank
we
you.
go.
Look at you. Look
All
at
right,
that.
Rachel.
Holy
This is you?
moly.
Yeah, this is a quintessential lobster
We
roll
can
right
afford it.
here.
Yeah, we're going to do this. Do we put the lemon?
Do a
Should I?
lemon.
I'm
Yep.
going to do a lemon.
Do a little lemon.
This is, I feel like, a serious thing.
Yes.
All right.
Could even put on the fries if you wanted, but
Here we go. Cheers.
cheers.
Boom. Oh, man. I'm overwhelmed. Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
I'm going to shut up. Delicious. This is the cold version.
Yes. Yep.
One thing I added is hot sauce. Did they do that?
They do.
No, I like spicy. It's delicious. Don't zoom in on me, yes? That's embarrassing. Very good.
It
Look at
needs
this.
zoom in.
Look at the clock right here.
Got some good meat in that
So
one.
good. Amazing.
If you're from New England, this is a
This is the thing,
quintessential
yeah.
thing in the spring and summer in particular.
Dig in, guys. Dig in.
The correlation to motorcycle riding and business I've learned is around like independence and purpose. And like, I just want to live a free life, you know?
Yeah.
And to me, if you can succeed in your own business and make something that can sustain itself, like you can get that independence. So that's probably what I've always been